This TradingView indicator finds reversals, key levels, smart money entries, continuations, and so much more. In today's video, I will show you guys exactly how to find the indicator on TradingView. I will show you guys how to optimize the settings, and of course, how to use it. Sounds good? Let's get started right away here. Alright, so the very first thing we need to do here is to open up a clean chart in TradingView. Right now, I'm looking at Bitcoin on the 1 hour time frame. To open up the indicator, we go up here to the indicators tab in TradingView, and what we need to search for here is price action. And you can see that tons of different indicators pops out right here, and the one we are looking for, it should be called price action concepts. And as you can see, the indicator should be found right here. It's called Price Action Concepts by Stratify Trade. So let's open this one up. Alright, so now we have the indicator on the chart. But for now, it doesn't look like anything you saw in the beginning. So in order to improve this indicator, we need to change the settings. So we go up here to the indicator and press on the settings tab. And as you guys can see, this is a pretty big settings tab, so make sure to pay attention when we change the settings here. The first very important setting we need to look at is the market structure. And you can see that we have something called swing and we have something called internal. The swing setting is about the long-term market structure, and the standard look-back period for this one is 50. To make the swing points a bit more significant, we can actually increase this setting by a bit. And the number here can differ a bit depending on time frame and what asset we are looking at. But I'm going to change this one to 100 to make the long-term swings a bit more significant. However, it is a trade-off because they will not appear as often. As for the internal setting right here, which is the short-term market structure, I'm also going to increase this one a little bit here to filter out some signals. I'm going to keep the market structure mode here at manual. I'm going to uncheck the MTF scanner. The equilibrium high and equilibrium low is something you can use if you want to. Definitely try it out if you want to, but I will not use this one. However, what I really like is the plot candle as well as the bar color. These two settings will change the chart to look much better, much more clear, at least in my opinion. Let's scroll down a bit here to the highs and lows. These settings are pretty amazing here. You can see we have daily, weekly, monthly, and yearly. And you can check these settings to show the previous daily highs, the previous weekly highs, and so on and so on. Personally, I don't think we need the monthly highs. You can use that one if you want to, as well as the yearly highs. But for me, I'm more interested in the recent price action. So I'm going to show the daily. So I want to have the daily checked and I want to have the weekly checked. This will show us many times important psychological levels from the previous day and week. The volumetric order blocks is yet another important setting, and this is a very nice feature of this indicator. The first setting is how many blocks we want to see here. So if you only want to show the more recent one, you can for example change this one to 3. If you want to see more historical order blocks, you can change this one to 10, and so on and so on. But personally, I do think 5 is a fine number here, so we don't have to change this one. But as for all settings, I recommend that you try out different settings and see what works best for you. But in my opinion, 5 is a solid number here. The internal buy and sell activity is an amazing function, so I want to keep this one checked here. By keeping this one checked, you can see the volume of the order blocks. So this one is amazing. For the filtering here, if you want to, you can show order blocks for only break of structure or change of character. But if you click none here, you will show order blocks for all types of price action. So I want to keep this one none. And to be honest, for the rest of the settings, we can just keep them as they are right here. As for the accumulation and distribution and a high and low, you can change a few settings here if you want to. But what I want to do now is that I want to go down to the fair value gap. The fair value gap is a very interesting option. If you check this option right here, the indicator will display gaps, or you can call them holes in the market, where the price action has left a void. They can indicate a possibility of significant order activity in the region. So if you want to, guys, you can definitely try this option out. You can choose how many fair value gaps you want. The standard option here is 5. You can choose 10, or if you want fewer ones, you can just choose 10, and so on and so on. You can customize, you know, how long you want the gaps to appear and so on. But for now, guys, I'm actually gonna uncheck this one. But as I said, I don't think this is a bad option to try out. Now, guys, we're ready to go down here and press OK. So now, guys, we of course have to take a look at how to use this indicator. And the very first thing we need to understand in order to use this indicator is that, you know, what makes the indicator green and what makes the indicator red. So to understand this, I want you all to first focus at the green part right here. You can see that the indicator, we printed a high all the way up here. We printed a low all the way up here. We printed yet another high right here. And as you can see, when we broke the previous low, so when we broke this level right here, the indicator turned from red to green. And why is this the case? Well, as you can see, when the price broke this level right here, you can see that the next low that we print below that level will mean that we have 2 consecutive lower highs and we have 2 consecutive lower lows. And lower highs and lower lows means that we are starting a potential downtrend. So you can see that this indicator automatically detected the start here of a potential downtrend. This is an amazing feature right here. And let's play the price a bit forward right here. So let's jump back a couple of candles. And now you can see that the indicator at this point right here turned green once again. And why is this the case? Well, you can see that we have a low, a high, a low, and when breaking this point, the indicator will print yet another high. So here we have higher lows and higher highs. So the indicator automatically finds this as a potential reversal and a potential beginning of an uptrend. What you also can notice here is that when we break the structure, so at this green candle right here, we will create a zone at the previous low. This zone right here can later on be used as potential entry points. But for now, I want you all to take a very close look at this green candle right here, because 2 very important things happened when this candle broke the previous high. You can see that this change of character signal right here actually happened at the same time as this blue line right here. And this blue line, which is called PDH, stands for previous daily high. So with this green breakout, 2 things happen. First of all, it broke the important psychological level of the previous day, and we also started a potential new uptrend. So here we actually have 2 signals happening at the same time, which can be used as an entry signal if you're trading breakouts. And the question we can ask after this breakout here is, you know, how far can the price push after this breakout? Well, we have a few important levels coming in right here. First of all, we have the volumetric order block of this high right here, which came from the break of structure down here. You can see that we have the potential level, which is this red area right here, but we also have a green bar and a red bar. This one shows the bullish volume and the bearish volume. And as you guys can see, because we have more bullish volume than bearish volume, this can actually indicate that this bearish zone is not that strong, and it's possible that the price can just smash above. We also have yet another zone right here. However, this demand zone is not too significant in my opinion, because as you can see, the price action from where this potential zone is from was not that convincing. You can see we have many, you know, small candles and not a lot of supply coming in at that area. However, the very interesting level, which is clearly visible on the chart, is the previous weekly high. You can see it says PWH here, previous weekly high, and you can see that this is a very clearly visible level on the chart. So it would not be surprising if we see a lot of selling orders coming in at this level. So now we can actually play the price a bit forward and see what happens. As you can see, the price after the break of structure, we pushed up all the way up here to the previous weekly high. We actually tried to break this one a few times, but the price got rejected at this level. We can play the price a bit further here, and you can actually see that the price, not surprisingly, came up to this weekly significant point and got rejected once again. So guys, if you want this indicator to work even better, it's critical to master support and resistance. So guys, if you have 10 minutes today, I highly recommend all of you to watch this video about support and resistance next.